Right, so you need to, if you look on the board, on the whiteboard, you're going to see you will see some diagrams on there of how to plate your food, right? I'm going to let you know. Normally, about 300 grams. It depends on what it is actually, right? 300 grams, 400 grams. 400 grams might be too much. 50 potato, 50 side dish, 150 main course. What's that so far? 250. 300 grams is approximately what you would do for an adult portion. Yeah. If you go to McDonald's, the small fries is about 50 grams, and the hamburgers between maybe 75 and 100 grams, something like that. So you've got 150 grams. That's the child's portion. Yeah. Right. So I've got my place. Right. I just showed you last week that if I was going to do paupiette, nobody did any paupiets last week. Nobody did any deletes last week. I don't know why. Because it needs to be covered. Right. Now that is a portion. Right. If I'm feeling extra generous, I might put 3 on there, and that will be it. And that would go with that, and that would be a portion. When I'm going to cook the fish and serve it, I put my sauce over the fish. So it's not all over the plate, over the fish, right? I can show you different methods of finishing. One could be a liaison. You know what a liaison is? Egg yolks and cream. Then you've got another one which is called Monty au beurre, where you get some cold butter, leave it in the fridge, but you dice it up really small. When the sauce is finished, you put 1 cube at a time, and you keep whisking it until the butter goes through. It doesn't split. If it's done correctly, it doesn't split, but it starts to get thick and it's rich. It cannot be reheated. That's Monty au beurre, liaison. Liaison is egg yolks and cream. Those are what we use at the finish. Now, the egg yolks and the cream is great if you're doing something like Sol Bercy. One with the, I think it's Sol Bercy, with the grapes, and you would put the plate under the salamander to glaze off. Is it Veronique? Yeah, okay. Right. So let me show you again, because what I want to show you is I might demonstrate, I think I will demonstrate, 2 different dishes today, fish dishes. I want to demonstrate is this place? Yeah. I want to pan fry place with caper sauce. Yeah, caper butter sauce. And I want to do a white wine. Hopefully there's white wine there. A white wine sauce for the. Can you see what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. Right. Friends, if you don't feel confident in skinning the fish, let me give you a hand. Right? What I don't, we can't. I'm going to use these 2 pan fried. Now, when I'm doing my pan fried fish, I might do something like I'll get rid of that, trim it up like that. Right? You serve that side up, so not this side. You serve it that way. You'll see the pattern on it, right? And what I might do is something like this. Yeah, right. And then I'll do my little potato business and my stuff like that. So I'm going to pan fry one, and I'm going to poach the other. I shouldn't, but I will. Last week was last week, and it was lovely. But I want to show you guys that one of the things that is important when it comes to, this is cod by the way, one of the things that is important in cooking, just because you see a load of fish doesn't mean you can take what you want, right? If you was to order fish, or how often you go to the fishmongers, right? And sometimes you go to the fishmongers and you'll get 3 different types of, 3 different sizes of sea bass and sea bream. You might get the small one, which might be, I did it last time, you might get 6 for £10. Yeah? Then you'll get the medium one and you might get 4 for £10. Yeah? And you get the large one and you might get 3 for £10. They are all different sizes. One might be, let's say, 250 grams. Let's go 250 grams. So you almost get a kilo. So you've got 3 for £10, 750 grams, something like that. And then you've got the one for four for £10. That would be something like 190 grams. Yeah. So once again, and then you've got something like 6. That would be something like 120 grams. You got it? But they all should add up to the same, approximately in weight. Am I making myself clear? Right? When you go to the supermarket or whatever, all fishes are weighed. Right? And I just want to show you guys, right, that how to cut the fish and weigh it. Right? So, this is cod, by the way. Right? Now, the good thing is, it's quite expensive. It's not cheap. It used to be very common back in the days. Yeah. It's gone up in price. Coley has taken its place, or pollock, which I cannot stand. But some people like it. It does the same thing. Fish and chips. You got a lot of times now when you go to a fish and chip shop, you might not be eating cod. You might be eating coley or pollock, unless it states deep fried cod, deep fried haddock. If it's deep fried fish, be careful. It doesn't have to be cod or haddock anymore. Yeah? So I am looking, I would like, let's see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the fish. Some of you will use them today. I'm going to put some away so we can bring it out again next week. Yeah? So that we've always got, because basically we cannot be ordering, the fishmongers they won't come to us unless we order. Yeah, and between me and the other chef, we ordered quite enough last week and this week, but I don't think we're going to do the same thing again. So what we have to do is be sensible, right? If you're going to do the baked cod, yeah, if you're going to do the baked cod, if you're going to do the plaice, if you're going to do the salmon, take your choice, right? I know you're doing the Kentish pie, but the Kentish pie it shouldn't take as long because we're only doing small amounts. Once you have done, you put your chicken onto poach, start making fish. You do 200 to 100, and get it into the pudding basins. If we make 2 Kentish pies, that's all right. You only want to present 1. If you've got more mixture for 3, that's all good. Right. So I'm looking how I'm going to cut this now. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my eye, and I want approximately a portion. Now, the thing about fish is, as you can see, the more you go down it, is the smaller it gets. But you still want, if I was to cut that, yeah, and another person at the same table has something like that, it has to weigh the same amount. You got it? Yeah. So I want to look at it. And someone can get this. Is if I cut the tail end about. Let me think about this one. That's one. Fish and chips. About there, innit? Right. I'm doing it deliberately. Right.
Yeah.
All right. I've got 140 grams. Yeah. That ain't too bad. 140, 150. That's not too bad. That's reasonable small. Yeah? So,
Very burning.
Oh, that's a bit heavy. That's 170. Right? You get the gist, don't you? Yeah. Right. So. Oh no, that makes about the same. And so, and can you see what's happening? Getting thinner and thinner. Right. Now. I think I can do one more. Like that. Oh, there. This will be for your pan fried, your baked. That's very generous. Right. Now I know that if I cut it nicely, I'm thinking, I don't want to waste that.
It's almost one portion there, isn't it?
Right. So what I'm going to do there, right? I'm going to think about this one. Think. That's too thin. You see the point, right? So the best thing for me to do is to cut it off. Right.
I'm not using that bit.
I will find a. I might not bring it out. Right. Then I can weigh this. 750. So. Yeah, lovely, Colin. See, that's a pretty face, you know. Yeah, it's lovely. So once I'm confident with that, right, there you go. Fish portioned up, right, reasonably portioned up, yeah. We may not ever get the chance to do this again, but you're recording it, bear it in mind, okay. Remember, if you're going to struggle with the filleting,
So will you take the skin off that one as
let me
well?
give you a let me give you a head. We're going to serve that one on a grill. We're going to make the herb butter, yeah, right? We did it on Tuesday. It was banging, but oh my gosh, right. So now I'm going to show you the three different. So you got the place fillet. So that's a place fillet. Okay, and then I'm going to show you your the leaf. This is with white wine sauce, thickened with beurre manière, and finished off with Monty au beurre. And last but not least, just plain new potatoes. Right, once again, with the white wine sauce, beurre manière, Monty au beurre, bit of cabbage. Ooh la la!